This is the 21st century, the information age, and we're getting more and more of it faster and faster, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to keep up. So I thought it was time to introduce 7 simple and easy ways that you can improve and increase your brain capacity in the 21st century. Now the first is to exercise. Yes, simply exercising. It is not only good for your body, but it is phenomenal for your brain. Why? Well, most of us don't realize that our brain has one of the highest metabolic rates in our body. And so when you exercise, you're going to increase the blood flow and the oxygen to your brain. This will help you think clearer and sharper, and it will also help you be more creative. Exercise will also help to promote the growth of new brain cells. And I'm a little biased here, prejudiced, because I've been exercising since 1968, and it's something I think everyone should be doing. Now, the second thing you do is to make sure you get outside regularly, especially in the daylight. Why? Because when you do that, you're going to be exposed to 1,500 different wavelengths that will pass through your eyes, back to your retina, up your optic nerve, and into your brain and help nourish it. Now, the other thing that's outside is fresh air. And most of us are working and living in environments that are poorly ventilated and being exposed to too much indoor air pollution. So get outside. Ideally, even exercise outside would be even best. The third principle is to get a good night's sleep. Yes, we all need somewhere between 6 and 8 hours of sleep a night. That's the sweet spot. The new research shows that when you're getting less than 6 hours regularly, you are going to increase your insulin resistance, which will increase your risk for developing diabetes, which is a problem because 1 out of every 3 Americans have diabetes. It's an epidemic. They either have diabetes or pre-diabetes. Now, on the converse, you want to make sure that you don't get too much sleep. So you want to, if you're getting more than 8 hours of sleep regularly, that's going to be a problem. So get somewhere between 6 and 8 hours. Now, the time at which you go to sleep is also very important. You definitely want to go to bed before midnight, and ideally before 10, and with the advent of daylight saving time, even before 9 o'clock might be optimal for many people. So make sure you pay attention to this, and that will help optimize your brain function. Is to stay away from processed foods. You know, 90% of the money that Americans spend on foods is for processed foods, which is simply tragic. And we all need to eat more fresh, unprocessed, raw, preferably organic food, because when you do that, you're going to avoid very nasty things in your diet, especially some of the new things that are being introduced into our food supply, which is GMOs, or genetically modified foods, which are not good for your body or your brain. So ideally stay away from the processed foods and stay away from sugar, because sugar will increase insulin resistance and accelerate just about every chronic degenerative disease known to man, including Alzheimer's. So the fifth thing you can do is to improve your fat content. Because why? Because you are a fathead. 60% of your brain is composed of fat. You want to make sure you get your fat intake right, which means lowering your omega-6 vegetable oil intake and increasing or improving your omega-3 content. And the way you can do this is by making sure you take a high-quality fish oil, or one of my new favorites, krill oil, every day, because that will help improve that ratio and help improve the ability of your brain to function. Sixth principle is to keep your brain active. You know, just like your body needs physical exercises, your brain needs mental exercise. So if you can do memory games or puzzles on a regular basis, that will also help to keep your brain sharp and prevent diseases like Alzheimer's. Seventh and final step is to implement creative visualization techniques that will help improve your learning, improve your memory, and your motivation. And some of the important tools here are principles like EFT, or emotional freedom technique. And if you don't know about that, you can look that up on my site. But one of the really helpful tools to help implement this is a movie called The Secret. If you haven't seen that movie, I'd highly recommend it. It's really all about the law of attraction, and it creates some very powerful images and illustrations and graphically demonstrates how most of us fail miserably in this area, and we tend to focus on negative things. And the law of attraction tells us that whatever we put our focus and our intention on, we tend to manifest in our life. So if we can focus on the things that we really want, the goals that we would like to achieve, what we really hope to have in our lives, the more we're able to do that, the more effectively we're able to do that, the more likely we're able to achieve it. So highly recommend it. So hopefully these tools have been helpful for you to help you implement some of these important principles to help your brain function better in the 21st century.